What is up, you guys? This is episode 7 for the Femmes.
For the Femmes.
I feel like I always go high. For the
And you're always
Femmes.
like, for the Femmes.
Okay. This is episode 7 for the Femmes.
For the Femmes.
And I'm super passionate about this topic, so I'm excited to get into it.
Shady girls. Shady
like,
girls, friendships.
Just navigating
ex-friends.
like friends in queer relationship and like having girlfriends while also having a girlfriend can be tricky.
100%.
Yeah.
How do you feel about going on dates with a girl and then it not really hitting it off but still being friends with the girl after?
Yeah.
Especially like, what do you think? Do you think it's complicated?
I don't think it should be complicated. I think it's just tricky to go into a date and be like, oh, are we gonna like kiss or are we gonna be friends?
Yeah. No, I know.
Because either, I guess, could really happen. I know so many people who met either on apps or just, you know, dates in general.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a little awkward because it's like, oh, well, if the date went bad, why would you want to be their friend?
But like, no, but you just didn't see that spark. Like maybe you just kind of felt like, you know, you had good chemistry, good banter,
right?
But the spark wasn't there.
Yeah. How would you navigate that? What would you say?
I don't know. And I think it's actually very tricky if you want to kind of just get into the topic right away. We'll go into our weeks later.
Yeah.
Especially, we always talk about having a girlfriend and then meeting new gay friends and going, it's a very interesting topic. And
it can be tricky.
It can be tricky.
It's a little
jealousy.
incestual.
A little
queer
bit.
community
A little
is
bit.
a little
no,
incestual.
a little bit. Because even like, I don't know. To me, it's hard. It's hard if you go out with someone and you really like them in a sense, but like how, you know, I just think lines get crossed.
Yeah. Would you be comfortable if like you were in a relationship and then someone you were dating was friends with someone they like were dating or
Like an ex?
Yeah, not an ex, but like
Someone they've
like,
seen.
yeah, and then they became friends. Kind of like what we're talking about. Like, how would you feel about that? I would be like, no.
I think
I'd
it
be like,
depends. First of all, how long ago? Like it was when they were 18. I'm like, okay, get over it.
That's fine.
2, I do think it depends how the dynamic of them are. I definitely think if I feel like they are just totally friends, like almost on like a brother, like bro level, like they really just get each other and friends, and I can feel that and see that, I am more comfortable. Even if they have hooked up in the past, that doesn't bother me. It is when I feel like I could maybe sense some flirting or some tension or something like that, then there's an issue.
With a guy and a girl, it's different.
Oh my god.
But like queer women sometimes are shady as fuck.
100%.
They're literally
I just say some girls get off like knowing that you have a girlfriend. They like want to like try to like take that from you.
I would never be friends with someone like that. I'd be
No.
like, you're a disgusting scum of the earth.
As we the scum is back.
The scum is bad.
No, but seriously, I do think it is so wild. I think girls can be shady. And obviously I think it also doesn't happen as much with like a guy-girl relationship. Like I don't know how many guys are gonna be okay with their girlfriends going on a one-on-one date with a new straight other male that like they don't work with. They're not like family friends. Like it just doesn't happen as often, where I do think because you want to be like friends with people in the community, it is a very tricky situation, especially if you're in a relationship.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like I said, kind of incestual.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows everyone. Everyone has maybe hooked up with everyone or dated. And so it's just like when that happens, boundaries and lines get blurred. And I think adding the fact that, you know, you're the same gender as well, it can make it so much worse.
Yeah.
It was really hard for me to navigate being in a relationship with a woman and navigating her female friends, because it was like, okay, well, if I was with a guy, I wouldn't want them to do certain things.
Yeah.
But then
Can you elaborate
should there
on, like,
be
can you elaborate on
flexibility?
like what are those things
Like,
would be?
Okay, like
sleeping over.
yeah, like sleeping in the same bed or something like that. Like
I
if
think
I
if
was
you're a
engaged,
grown
like I don't
adult-
want you sleeping in the same bed as your friends.
Yeah,
like,
I think if you're
you
a
were a guy,
grown-
you wouldn't be
yeah.
sleeping in bed with a girl.
No, I do agree. I think that is a little bit crossing the line.
But
I think
some people say like it shouldn't be that way.
No. I also think some girls with friends like treat them like so much like sisters, and they have like this weird, almost like kind of a like little bit like sexual, like lesbian kind of like friendship.
Seriously.
But they just like love their like friends like that, and I get that. But I think when you're in a relationship, or you got to be a little bit more mindful. And I think
so too.
And I get it. Like, if you're really drunk and you're like gonna sleep, whatever. I think as long as the communication's there, like, I like literally need to, like, I just fucking passed out. Like, she helped me and like actually was genuine about it. You know, maybe I'll let it slide. But I think grown adult,
I think it's like, tricky though too. And this is like just from my experience in my life. Like, I'm not saying my opinion or anything is right. This is just how I feel. Like
your own experience.
If I was in a relationship, I would sleep in the bed with you. Like, if we were out or on vacation or something. But I think for me, and maybe this is something I need to work on, if I'm with a woman who is a little bit more masculine presenting, I wouldn't want them to be like, oh, well, I'm going to share a bed with my more femme friend.
I get that.
But like, yeah, you get it because you have dated women. Yeah. But like, if I were to say that, maybe it's like, it's not going to make sense to other people.
No, and I think it also doesn't really make sense to like some straight girlfriends because like I know all my straight friends like sleep in the same bed and like it's not a big deal. It just becomes a line because we are attracted to the same sex and it is a little bit weird. I will say it's maybe not. It's not saying it's always wrong, but it's definitely weird and cause I think some kind of friction between your relationship.
I just don't like it. I never felt like if you're single and you want to do whatever you want and like but I don't like it if, you know, I'm in a relationship.
I also just don't like it. Like, why are you in a situation where you feel like you need to sleep in someone's bed? Like, where are you? What's going on? Like, were you out really drunk?
I just think it's disrespectful. To
like, why wouldn't you call me to come get you? Like, I don't know. I don't really get that.
Or like on a vacation.
It's honestly funny. When I was dating my girlfriend, I never went on a vacation without her. Really?
Yeah, that's like kind of normal.
I know. I feel like, and with that, I feel like when I was in a relationship,
anytime I had free time to go on a vacation, I want to go with my partner. Like, I'm sorry, what?
I do agree. And then, like, of course, we talk about couples trips, but it would be couples trips. And I do think that's one thing
fun
that I learned was I feel like we kind of gravitated towards other lesbian that are in a relationship because then it's so much easier like
to relate.
You have your like couple friends like I don't know, and that's honestly, but it's also when you break up, I think that's the hardest thing to fucking deal with.
But I still like in a relationship, I still want to incorporate some girls trips. Obviously it would be less, but I mean, I think it's important when you're in a relationship to surround yourself with other couples who are in relationship. You can relate, you can, you know, get their opinion, and I think it's just healthier. And I think some people get into relationships thinking that their life can be completely the same how it was prior to being in a relationship, but your life like should change a bit.
Like, you should, especially if you just got out a long term. Like, if it doesn't change, it's wild. Like, you need to feel that change. You need to feel that like, oh my god moment. Like, you kind of need it. Like, I always said it was like almost like a pause. Like, I felt like I paused for a second. I was like,
wait, what?
Like, how when you're out of a relationship you have to change.
No. I mean when you're in a relationship, like you're like I think some people feel like they can just live their life and travel with their friends and like not have a care.
Oh, I see.
But when you're in a relationship, you need to like have a bit of a balance and learn to balance things properly.
I agree. Do you think you balanced?
I think that I prioritized my relationship maybe a little bit too much, and I should have prioritized other things more, specifically my last relationship, but I didn't really know people where I was living at the time, so it was harder. Like here, I have my foundation, I have all my friends, and so I feel like I would be able to balance things in a really healthy way. But
I think I wasn't the best at it. I think I definitely put my relationship first, and I think this is another tricky situation that we always talk about, especially when you have straight friends, and I think it's very important to, if you're bisexual, gay, to have straight and to have all people in the community, like every different type. I think you just need to. I don't think, for me personally, I can't just only have straight and I can't just have
I actually
gay friends.
love having straight friends.
I know, I do. I think it's so fun, but I do know some people that kind of only lead one way. And you know what? That's good for them. That's good for them. But for me, I truly feel like I need to be surrounded by like multiple different types of people.
I agree. Same. I need the variety, the perspective.
But was it hard for you with your straight friends? And this is kind of, I think, where lines get a little bit weird. When I would like have like, they would have like a birthday or dinner party, like they wouldn't invite my partner as well. And of course they were friends with them, but it's like, just because she's a girl, it's like automatically I feel like it's like, oh, well, do I make? Whereas if it was a guy, they'd be like, okay, I still love your boyfriend, but I'm not inviting him.
I think it is tricky because I felt like in my last relationship that I was never included in anything with the friends. And so I feel like I had the complete opposite.
And would you mind if I asked, was your partner's friends, were they gay or were they straight? Or
most of them were straight or like bi or something. Okay. But I think most of them were straight. But yeah, I always felt excluded and it was so hard.
It's hard.
And then you have the opposite where it's almost like too much, where you're like, you don't need,
And that's where I think I always say, like, I kind of felt like I lost myself because I felt with my relationship, we became one. Like, it was always her and I, like, let's invite, like, Shay and, like, it's always, like, together. And that's where I think I kind of lost my identity, where if you're in a relationship with a guy, there's definitely more of a line. Like,
I think you guys were both very femme presenting, and I think because of that probably it got a little bit, you guys really did just become one person, whereas in my relationship we were very different women, and so I don't feel like we became like this one person, but I could see that for you, and I think I saw that with you guys,
and it wasn't, I don't think it was a bad thing. I just think my next relationship, if I get into a girl, even a guy, I definitely want to make sure I have my own time with my friends, them not maybe coming to everything. Where of course I got comfortable where I'm like, I do want you to come, like, it's you get this comfortability, like you want them there all the time, but like I just don't think it's healthy, and I think I realized that.
It's really hard to keep like a little bit of space between you and a partner, and I think it helps the relationship too, the mystery. Like, people always want what they can't have, and so keeping up that mystery, like, oh, I'm gonna go with my friends and then come home, like, it actually helps the relationship.
100%. And you get you miss them a little bit, and I think it's so important for you to have your own friends.
1000%.
You can't all your friends cannot be in the same group.
No, that's weird.
No, it's not really healthy.
And then what happens if you break up?
That's screwed. What I said.
Yeah.
And luckily, I think in my past relationships, like, we did have a lot of mutual friends, but I would never ever want my friends to take sides, and I love that. I think I have such a good group of friends that, like, it never was even like that. They love both of us equally, and they love us together, love us separate. Like, I just have a great group of friends, and I think it's so important to find your own amazing group of friends.
I agree. I think it's so interesting kind of to hear your perspective, because I have the complete opposite experience. Like, I felt very excluded and honestly not liked. Like, and it was so hard because I had never been in a relationship with somebody where I felt like their friends didn't like me. And I always wanted that. Like, me, I'm such a family friends person. Like, I just want everyone to hang out. Like, I'm always like, everyone come to mine. Like, let's have fun. Like, I'm just such kind of a girl's girl. And so to experience that was difficult, and I felt like boundaries got blurred a lot, and it's important to understand your partner's boundaries when it comes to friends, or boundaries in general, but like especially when it comes to friends, and like navigating that within a girl and girl relationship.
Did you speak to your partner about this and how you felt?
Yeah, a lot.
And nothing was like, she didn't like kind of put a little bit more effort into making you feel more welcomed?
No, I think I don't know because I'm not in her head, but my perspective and my take on it was that she really felt like these people were her family, and so she just never wanted to say anything, and I think she always felt like, oh, well, I'm always going to be here, so it doesn't really matter. But that's not how it works. No.
You have to definitely, especially I think if your partner feels some type of way, definitely at least work on it, and just make sure you listen to like how they feel.
It was a challenge, and I felt like it was always like trips and things like that, and I'm like all for a girl's trip, like do your thing, boo, but like,
were you guys still going on trips as well, or was it more
and it was like I was never included, like there was never like a time where it was like, oh my god, bring your partner, or like something like that. It was always just like, oh, well, I'm kind of like going on a trip with my friends. And it's like, especially during times that were important to me, like one time one of my partners was like, oh, can I invite my friends to come hang out on my birthday weekend? I was like,
on yours?
Yeah. First of all, your friends don't even like me. Second of all, it's literally my birthday weekend.
Like, that's like a time to do something special. Like,
yeah, I was
obviously.
like, do you not care about me like that much? Like,
and like,
is like anything that's important to me important?
Like,
to
we
you?
could have like our special moment this weekend since it's my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
Next week,
it's
fine.
Yeah, that's
let's do something.
Literally what I said.
That's how I always is. It's
that's
like
literally what I said, and I was like, also, none of your friends have ever wished me a happy birthday. Like. And they would have come.
Like, fuck no.
No, I was honestly just offended. And I was like,
no, I was like,
also, are you that dumb? No, like, so are you weird. Dumb? Like, it was such like almost like a guy thing to do. No. Like, what the fuck?
That is so wild. I could not even imagine that.
I hated that moment. I think it's also kind of interesting how if you're in a female-female relationship, making new friends. Yes. That's tricky, especially if they're queer, or maybe you get a vibe that they're curious.
And that's been actually something I've noticed a lot is I would be okay with that, and then I could see those
vibes.
The vibes are changing, especially when they drink, and I don't like that. And I think it's super disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
I just also think kind of when you're in a relationship, it's hard to make friends no matter what. So I think that's why I genuinely like care so much about the relationships I have now, because they just mean so much to me.
And you feel safe with them.
I feel so safe. And they also know me. Like, they literally have seen me cry. They literally see me in like my weirdest moments. Like they just like love me for me. My crazy times. But I think it's very difficult, new friends in a relationship.
I think so as well.
Especially because I do think, like I said, it's important to have straight and gay friends. So when you obviously want to go out and try to find new gay friends, it's like...
But then also some straight friends get drunk and they're like, maybe I could. And I'm like, fuck, I can't be your friend now.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I know.
Oh my God, can you just be straight? Like, you say you're straight, can you just be straight?
No, and especially like if my partner wants to make new friends and it's like someone that like could be their type, I'm just like, seriously, like, can we not, like, can you be friends with anyone else that doesn't look like your type? Like, I don't understand that. To me, I'm like, come on, like, be a little bit smart.
I also just think that's like kind of weird. Like, really, what do you like about this person?
I know.
Like,
what, because they're hot? Like,
yeah,
that's
like,
you like
what
about
do you
them?
really like about them? Their face? Like, give me a break.
No, I agree. But no, I do think it's a very challenging situation. And I think it can cause a lot of drama in a relationship. It did for mine at points. Did you try to go out and find friends? Like,
yeah, I had some friends when I lived on the West Coast. But I mean, when you move to a new place and you're in a relationship, it's hard to make friends. It's easier to make friends when you're single. Like, that's just the reality. But I never felt like unsafe with any of the people in our life in my last relationship. Like, I never felt like someone would cross a boundary in that way at all.
Never my core friends ever. Our core friends, no. It was the
even like
meeting of the
even distant friends. Honestly, I never felt that way.
No, I think all of my friends definitely respected and like
the relationship. Yeah.
Like, I couldn't even imagine any of them even like trying to like cross lines.
And also just like try. Like, I'm so cute. Like, what are you gonna do?
No, my
actually go
friends
for it,
are literally ride or die. They would literally kill someone for me,
as they should.
So yeah, no, I never felt that way with any of my friends.
I was,
even
for
lesbian,
me, it was just like I felt like they didn't like me. And I'm like, okay, well then I don't like you either.
No, I think it was difficult because for me, at least, I think I had more friends to bring into the relationship than my ex did. So I didn't really have that experience of, you know, do they like me? I mean, I think I'm funny as fucking like, cool. Really... I think they would have fucking liked me.
I didn't really have friends to bring into the relationship because I moved to a new place. But here, I mean, it's so different. I've like my friends from my whole life.
I know,
here.
now you have so many friends.
Like
it's, so I think it like, also, I couldn't imagine being in a new relationship, moving to a city I don't know, and not knowing really anyone except for maybe two of like her friends. I would die.
No, I did.
Especially you being so young too. Like, I would be so shy. I'm also really shy when you first meet me.
It was super hard. Yeah.
That's
and so I basically just engulfed into like my whole life was to take care of this person and love this person and go to a farm.
That's true.
But I loved it.
I know. The fact that you lived on a farm is wild.
I didn't live on one.
But you were like near farms and you would,
like 10 minutes.
And you would like go, would you like milk cows?
Yes. I love it. I will kiss them.
You are wild.
I don't care. I would put the teat in my mouth. Not in my mouth.
That's
but I
like
would squirt
so lesbian of you, I feel like.
Squirt the milk into my mouth. It's so good.
I don't even think
like
that, is that even
amazing.
sanitary?
Yeah, you clean the teat.
Is it really called a teat or is it a tit?
No, it's called a teat. It's called a teat. T-E-A-T. The cow's nipple is
I thought you were like just saying that to be like, I don't know, like
it's
classy.
Called a teat. I'm gonna start calling my boobs teats.
My teats.
Me and my teats.
I was like, oh, really classy with it. I would just say tit.
No,
but you were wild. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine being on a farm.
I love it.
I grew up around farm.
You have crazy stories about your.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I learned some the other night. That was crazy.
Yeah, I always think I chilled out
Can
weirdly.
you share the circus party thing?
Oh my god, yes. So it was a graduation party and we were at my friend's. So it was circus themed because my friend always had to have like a theme party. I don't know why. So it was her graduation party. And her parents were like kind of strict, but like they were letting us drink, graduation, like as if we've never had a sip of alcohol in our life.
Okay.
But we thought, we don't want a normal party. Let's just start passing around Molly. And having everyone take it.
Yeah.
So we were just, whoever wanted it, they had it. So they had this graduation party inside, outside, in their basement with like probably like 15 kids rolling on Molly.
Yeah.
And it was so hot. Like,
yeah.
If you take Molly, like, for me at least, like my whole body gets like so hot. Like I really just feel like go through my veins, I like to say. I'm literally so hot, like literally out of my mind. I'm like going into the ice bucket to like grab the ice, like where they keep the drinks, grab the ice, rubbing on my body. They had like a pool. I literally was like putting my legs in it.
So good.
But they did have a bouncy house on Molly, like an iconic
really
thing. Oh, it's so fun. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so that's what we decided to do to really
that was hilarious.
say goodbye to high school. But no, it was very much that was our town. It was very much drugs, drinking, parties.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Why?
Because there's a lot of white rich kids and they just use their parents' money to buy drugs.
Perfect. I love that.
That was it.
Honestly, yeah, I kind of grew up in that town too, and everyone. I feel like Adderall was really big when I was in high school. That was
Adderall,
like the thing. Coke.
I honestly once took this drug. I don't know what it was. I gotta figure this out at my one friend's house, and it would actually switch your taste buds. So you like put it on your tongue and. If you got like sour candies, it would taste sweet. Or if you like had something sweet like a strawberry, it would taste sour.
And it was a drug?
Yeah, I think it was like a drop or something. It was like some kind of drug.
What else did you feel like?
It was just that.
I don't think that's a drug.
I don't know what it was though. No, I definitely think it was in a pill form though. Maybe it was a drug.
Might not have been a drug.
I gotta read. Let me fact check that. But it actually was wild. But no, yeah, we were a lot of drugs. That's why I think I'm a chill little angel baby now.
I would not say that. Sounds good though.
I would have gone even more crazy, I feel like, if I didn't have those experiences. So we're there.
I'll let you have that moment.
No, high school. Oh my god, I know, because it's so funny. We were like literally going back on our pictures. I die. Like
I loved it. I think you went to high school during like an iconic time.
I know. I couldn't imagine going to high school now. Like the girls act like us. Like what you are. First of all, you look like you're like 25.
Yeah.
Like in the age of like Instagram and like TikTok. Like I could not.
No, I used to wear like green eyeshadow.
I had Facebook. Wait, you're gonna die.
Oh my god.
We used to name our Facebook albums. I thought these were like. I thought these were the coolest fucking things. I sent this to Zena yesterday. I said, who thought this was a good idea to let me name these albums? These are my photo albums. Daddy, I'm so sorry. So sorry. We just like to party. That was one.
No.
Get lower than a basement. One thing leads to another. So college. Tits out for the cops. God only knows why that was on there. And sex on the Nile.
Somebody should get rid of
someone should just literally kill me.
Stop it now.
But I probably thought it was so cool. And like
you sure did.
Tell me that I was like creative with these ones. I'm like, what?
Oh my god. That is terrible.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry, I'm not a novelist with my titles.
No, you're creative.
I'm definitely not creative with the words. I was screaming. We were like literally rolling.
I'm dying. It's also important to, I think when you're in a relationship, you get a vibe from a girl. Like if it's not, if like
in what sense? What are you talking
you're
about?
like, oh, I know you think my partner is like,
oh yeah,
you get a vibe from a girl, and it's important, I think, to talk about that and then figure out how you want to navigate that. Like, is this somebody still worth having in your life? Can you trust them despite, like, how would you navigate that? I wouldn't like that.
Is this a personal story that has happened to you, would you say? Like, did you trust your partner at the time?
I've always trusted my partner. I just have my own trust issues, and I don't trust the other people.
Those scenarios start in your head. Those stories.
I know. And so that always kind of, like, freaked me out. I'm, like, very picky with the people I have in my life when I'm in a relationship. Yeah. Because some girls really suck. Like
no, they really do. Like I said, like some girls just don't have morals.
And then when they drink too, I'm like, I don't know. You might be a fucking weirdo.
No, I agree. To me, I think it's definitely important to have trust in your partner, and I truly did at the points that I feel like that kind of happened to me. So it didn't matter, but I would talk about it and I'd be like, dude, this girl like thinks you're so hot. Like it's so obvious. Yeah. And sometimes they would be oblivious, or sometimes they would be like, I know, but like she needs to like chill. Like I will always say like when we had our good parts, it was very respected and that was fine. And I never ever felt like I needed to worry about anything.
Yeah.
But also I feel like maybe the girl also I knew wasn't like my ex's type, so I literally didn't care because I know she has a type, she sticks to it. Like I know that she's not going freaking wild. So like I'm like, this girl would never have a chance. So like it didn't even like come as a threat to me.
Right. And I never felt that way, but I think because of my trust issues and then being cheated on in my first relationship with like a friend and having that shady situation has definitely impacted the way I navigate my relationships and like now. So it kind of scares me. I always, even if I feel safe in my relationship, there's always a little thought in the back of my head that like, oh, maybe they could cheat on me with like a new friend.
I definitely also feel with men, at least. I feel like, I mean, I definitely think I have trust issues with both women and men, but I do feel like I have more trust issues with men.
Really?
I just feel like
I wouldn't trust a man.
No, I just feel like they can't handle temptation, and sometimes I don't even think they have like
the brain to like think.
And then they don't even care what like. I think sometimes they're just like they'll just like fuck anything. Like I don't know. I
think they think very physically.
Yes, exactly. And that's one thing I think I have an issue with is like, especially like guys going out like on their boys' nights. Like I don't know. I'm just like go. I want them to do that. I'm like go do that. Like go have fun.
I also have guy friends, and I'm like,
I know. Yeah. I have guy friends that like fly girls out. Like that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, it's just such a weird scenario that like
it is.
Most girls that you see on these trips are like getting flown out by men, and they just like all like party and like I don't know what goes on. Like you're gonna trust your boyfriend, obviously that, but like you're not gonna trust your boyfriend if he's on one of those trips. Nor. It's I don't know. I think definitely with guys, I just have a little bit more trust issues because I just think I don't know, they can stand their ground as easily as some women. Even though actually no, some women can't even stand their ground, so I don't know.
Even if I feel safe in a relationship, and this is something I have to work on, like there is always that thought in the back of my head that maybe like something could be going on.
No, I definitely talk about that with my therapist, that I do kind of always think that in any relationship, like cheating,
there always will be like a little bit.
Always. And I always think, and I think it's one thing I always get very worried about is like almost being like left, like cheated on, or and then they find this other person and being left. And it's
me too. That's a big fear of mine for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if it comes. I don't really have abandonment issues, I would say.
Yeah,
but for some reason, I think like I do in a sense. Like I really do have this feeling that I could love someone so much, give them everything, and then up and leave me. Like something could happen.
I feel that way too. I think I always have a fear that somebody's going to like fall out of love with me because I feel like that happened in like all of my relationships, and so that I don't know. Like
no, that's something so close to me, especially because I feel like your person needs to love you through the ups and downs and the dark times, and I do think not everyone's perfect, and like my issues are not always perfect, but like I always think like someone could just leave me because they don't want to like deal with that, or like things like that. When like, your partner should be there, like the one building you up and like
exactly,
making you feel
encouraging
better,
you. And
but no, I do always think that's funny. I think that we both have
think
that,
the
like,
same. Yeah, that's crazy.
That someone could just get up and leave us.
Yeah, but I also think like the right person would reassure you so much that like that's not even an option.
100%.
Be so committed to the relationship and the growth and the health of the relationship that that wouldn't even be a fear. I think when you're with the right person, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but like I have this idea that maybe when you're with the right person that those fears just kind of like go away.
I do believe that.
Maybe not all of them were human, but like most of them, you should be able to kind of like argue in your head and be like, no,
Yeah, and I think as a smart woman, I feel like I will always kind of have that protectiveness a little bit in the back of my mind. I'm not going to be like, oh, because then I feel like, of course, I would be like out of left field, something happens. But like,
of course.
I think I'll always have that. But no, I do. I think there is the right person out there that will make you kind of forget all of that and just really show you.
And it comes with time.
Yeah.
Like, even after being in a relationship for X amount of years, I'm like, I'm still learning to trust and grow and things like that. Like, I'm still become like, and I think if it just stops, if all of a sudden you just trust someone completely, like, that's kind of weird. Like, I feel like it takes time. Like, if I were to trust someone at 5 years, like, it's going to look different, the trust and the security I have in 10 years.
Because you guys also go through so much more things, have more experiences, like, 100%. Sometimes
in past relationships, my partners would be like, oh, like, why don't you trust me? We've been together for X amount of time. I'm like, I do. Like, the way that I trust you versus 1 year versus 3 or whatever, like, it's different. I do trust you. Yeah.
No, and
a relationship should age like wine.
How do you feel about regaining trust? If someone has lost it, like if they did something.
I think it can happen.
You do think you can, like.
I think it can happen. I think it has happened for me. But it takes a lot of time. It takes commitment, and it takes even the little things to not do again. Like, it doesn't have to be something big. Like, and it's so crazy because losing trust can happen like that.
Yeah.
But like regaining it can take years.
100%.
And like, honestly, most people probably aren't committed to regaining someone's trust. It's a lot.
Have to be committed. It's something, like you said, it's the little things, the big things. Like, you truly.
There's nothing wrong with over communicating.
No.
Like, I think that's really important also for regaining trust as well. I agree.
And just showing in your actions and trying to really work on things and just really putting that love in there. Yeah, I go both ways. I think you can regain trust, but I do think, and I know this probably will sound bad, I do think I will always have whatever happened in the back of my mind. And not that I think it's like a little resentment in the back of my mind, but like,
I think that's normal.
I mean, you're always gonna, like, someone that hurts you that bad, you're not gonna be like be able to get over it. Like, I think like I always like to say, like, I'll forgive, I won't forget, but I do think you can build back the trust. Do I think it can be completely the same? I don't.
I think, but maybe not the same in a good way.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I was saying.
You probably wouldn't want it to be the same, probably in a good way. But I think it takes commitment. Commitment is a big thing, and not just committing to the relationship, but committing to the ebbs and flows and growing individually together, all of that. But
I do have a question, since it's so like a social media fucking heavy world these days. How do you feel about like girls DMing like your partner, even they just want to reach out and just be like, oh, I love you and your girlfriend, but don't follow you. Doesn't reach out to you.
That's a little sus. If you follow one of us, but like, I mean,
I think reaching out to one of them, like one of you, is like weird.
Yeah, I think that's a little weird, but also like, who checks DMs? Like, like, I don't really like.
You don't check a DM?
Not. I mean, like, once in a while I do, but I'm not like.
Oh, you mean like the request? I guess that's true. Like, I've never really read.
Like, okay. I don't know. And that's also fair. Like, why are you responding? Even if you do, and you're in a relationship, why are you responding?
Like, I think just like double tap a heart, double tap a heart,
or not even. Like, I would get DMs and I just don't respond. Like, if I don't know you, like, I appreciate.
They're giving you a compliment.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for that in my head.
Thank you for that.
Okay, yeah. No,
I think if I don't know you, like, I don't trust people. Like I've said that, but I'm like, what?
I don't know. I think it definitely can be.
It goes down in the DMs. Like,
no,
I'm
it definitely
sorry,
been crossing
it
the line.
does.
And like, I think moral of the story to anyone, if you're gonna reach out to one person
That's
and they have a girlfriend,
and also
follow them both. It's weird. Don't like
Yeah.
just have one person
Yeah,
you're
that's
only
weird.
interacting with. I think it's weird.
and like I said, it's 2024. Things happen on Instagram.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get married and like delete my Instagram.
I know you posted that yesterday. I was like,
I
oh
know.
my god.
No, I literally am.
Would you
like,
just do it
why would
now?
I need it?
Well, you can't really. It's
Yeah, I
great
can't
work.
really do it now, but I can't wait. Social media is great for some people, but for some people, it's not good. And
Yeah.
for me, it's not great.
It's not good when you
Cause a
see
lot of
things you don't want to
anxiety.
see, but when you're like loving it, you're like, I fucking love it. And then you're like,
Yeah.
actually, I hate this fucking place.
Yeah, it's for me, I don't love it. I think most of my life I've had a little bit of a following, and so that kind of it just affects me a
Yeah.
lot, and I don't want that. I can't wait to have a partner and like it
Forget
not
about
matter.
I honestly, I don't know if I brought
and
this
I don't
up.
even want that. Like I don't even want to know. I don't care. I don't. Most people stay connected through social media, and I get it, and that can be beautiful. But like, I have friends who are engaged or married, and like end up deleting their Instagrams, and like I still reach out to them, but I'm like, I can't imagine like how many people probably like forget about you, and not intentionally,
Yeah.
but like you don't see them, and I think
Which
that'll
is like
be
such
really
a weird,
telling.
sad world that like
Yeah.
if you aren't on like social media, like you're forgotten
You're just
about.
like dead, basically.
like, wait, what happened to this person?
No, yeah,
It is true.
I think that's a good thing, though.
No, I always say I do like people that don't have like Instagram, or if they do, it's
they're
like
so hot.
so hot.
If you have
Meanwhile,
no
I know it's like not
followers,
me,
if you have no
so
followers, it's
don't like.
so
I'm
hot.
not like being hypocritical of myself, but like it is for my partner. I think it's so hot.
No, I think it's hot.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody asked like New York City and LA gay spots.
Oh yeah. Well, obviously New York, the Woods on Wednesdays.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
And
It
then
can be.
Cubby,
Cubby Hole.
Henrietta's.
Henrietta's.
Yeah.
Is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new one in Brooklyn. Gingers.
Oh, I don't even know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
don't know.
In
You know the
LA,
LA
I've
ones.
been out of the LA scene for a while, but
Yeah.
a lot of people host events, kind of like the Woods on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Like they do like queer nights. I don't know, but I used to go to the chapel.
I don't know.
Girls' night.
I kind of like that for a lesbian though. The chapel.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you can make any place
Gay.
gay, so
So it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, like seriously, it's honestly my favorite thing is like when you walk in like the bunch of like lesbians to a gay spot and like everyone's making out and I'm like, oh, guess it's gay now.
Do you have any icks?
Let me see. Well, on the thing of social media,
Mm-hmm.
Snapchat. Why is Snapchat coming back? It's so weird. If you're over the age of 18 and have Snapchat even
It's
download
really
on your
concerning,
phone,
yeah.
it's so weird. Like you should go.
Ew.
It's so weird. I don't
Ew.
understand it.
Yeah.
But no, I keep seeing that everywhere. Like people are getting Snapchat. The day I get Snapchat, like actually,
I wouldn't let that for you.
I actually would
I
never
wouldn't
even.
let that
I wouldn't
happen.
even literally consider it. So I don't even
Yeah,
have like a
that's so
thing I'm gonna say.
gross.
But I'm like, okay, can we not? Like a grown ass man
That's
on Snapchat,
gross.
like fucking weird.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that is a red flag that if someone doesn't do for me in a relationship, and I think this
What?
is super important.
Yeah.
If I'm walking on the street,
Oh.
you better be in between the traffic and me. I think
Okay.
it's one just so hot. It's so like this protectiveness. Like I love it.
Yeah. I
But
love
to
feeling
me, I just
like,
think it's just such
protected.
a what's the word? Chivalry,
chivalry.
chivalry, whatever. I just feel
You
like it's,
can't say it.
I can't even say it. This is
the
this
speech
is the speech
impediment.
impediment.
Wait, say it. Try to
Chivalry.
chivalry.
Like I can't.
Chival.
Okay, I really can't say it.
Wait, I want you to try to say it.
Okay. Bull.
Chivalry.
Oh, chivalry.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Not me having to go back to speech class. But no, I think
Yay.
it's so hot. I think it's something everyone should do. So
Yeah.
if you really want points in your relationship, do it.
That and what's something else?
That you like or that you don't like.
No,
I don't like. I was getting candy today. Shocker. And I passed.
Girl,
They didn't have.
you're
I really wanted Twizzlers weirdly, and they didn't have Twizzlers. They only had Red Vine. And if you like Red Vines, have you ever tasted one?
No, I don't like licorice. taste.
I like
that's
red
kind of
licorice.
gross.
If you like black licorice,
licorice,
you are the
yeah.
devil. Like
No, that's like weird. Or you're
No.
like 95.
You're like either my grandparent or like you or Satan.
No, seriously.
But no, like I just believe they don't have like good taste then in like anything. If you taste that and think it's good, like no, everything's off. You probably don't have good taste in style. You probably don't have good taste in men or women. Like definitely don't have good taste in candy. Like it's wild. It literally tastes like literal plastic.
Yeah. People who don't like straws.
Yes.
Like, give me a plastic straw. Like, there was one video
or
of
restaurants
a
that
turtle,
don't have straws. Like I get now you have to ask. They want to save the turtles. That is fine.
Yeah, but it was one turtle.
There's
like,
a lot of
how many other turtles that did that happen
No, I'm about saving the animals.
Me too. I love turtles. Like, I literally want to get a tattoo.
But I just would like if a restaurant has
the paper straws kill me.
No. Ew, I literally hate it. I hate
I need to start carrying straws in my purse. I think. You know who has really good straws? Starbucks.
Yes.
They're really good straws.
They're
because
hard.
some of them, some of them are like, I don't like when they're too skinny. Like the straws at my apartment are too skinny.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like a little bit of a thicker
you gotta have
one.
a bigger gulp.
Yeah, I like a little bit of a bigger gulp and still firm so I can chew it.
You know what I saw? I think is so wild though. They sometimes will bring drinks like in the cocktails that are like kind of like the highball glasses, and I'm like with like the big ice cube. I'm like, you know what I'm talking about? Like this, like the
That's
big
a shithole bar.
But I'm like, how am I supposed to drink this? Because every time I sip it, like the ice cube just like fucking knocks my lip. I'm literally like, so, and then it'll be like, I don't have a straw. I'm like, so what do you want me to do with this? Like, literally open wide my mouth and like drink it down? Like, I don't know.
Girl.
But no, straws are a plus in my book.
No, I need.
I also really don't. This is probably not good because this is not for the animals.
People who like mint ice cream.
Oh, I was going metal straws. But mint
that's
ice cream
a lot.
Doesn't do it for me, but like am I gonna like hate on someone that likes mint ice cream?
I'm not gonna hate it, but like to me mint is toothpaste. So like, or gum. Like I don't want to eat it.
Yeah, no. It's
like lavender. I'm not gonna eat lavender ice cream. Like that's just a fucking room smell or bath salts to me.
Yeah, I do a lavender latte sometimes. It's not my favorite.
People like that. I can't do it.
No, it wasn't for me. I didn't hate it. It just wasn't for me. But yeah, no, mint. I don't hate on people with a mint. I'm sorry.
I'm not hating. I just don't like it.
You don't like it.
It's not a red flag. It's not an ick. I'm just like, for me, mint is gum and toothpaste, mouthwash. That's oral hygiene. Mm-hmm. And then it's not ice cream. It's not something I'll ingest.
Okay. Noted.
Thank you.
Noted.
Thank you for my soapbox moment.
Thank you. And that's it.
Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much for listening to episode 7. Please rate our podcast 5 stars. It really, really helps. And yeah.
We'll see you next week. Bye.